Now, November 21st, Harrah's Rincon Casino. It's going to be a very, very, very big night for the Angels Depot.
Yep.
And the headliner, Gary Puckett.
Well, I get to be the headliner. You know, I'm just happy to share the evening. The Angels Depot does a wonderful job of feeding hungry seniors there in the San Diego area, and Susan Hall, who's the CEO and founder, has done a marvelous job over the years. And so when she asked me if I'd like to do this one more time, I said, absolutely, let's do this. And the fact that Steve Kelly will be there, and Benny Holman with his big band, we're not going to use the whole band, we're going to use the big horn section part, because my guys will be there too, my keyboard player and drummer and bass player.
Oh, good.
So it's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm very pleased that you're here to help us get the word out so that Susan can continue her good works.
Well, I hope you and Susan both know that I've had several listeners come to me first, even before we heard from Susan about this, saying, you know, this event's going on the 21st. You guys should be involved in it.
Oh, great. Well, I'm glad to hear that people are hearing about it. It becomes a little harder lately somehow to get the word out somehow, and I don't know. Sometimes it's a little confusing for us old folks.
Well, unfortunately, I've learned. I mean, I've got teenagers, so you know, you have to learn from them.
Yeah, that's the truth. You got to learn from them. We have two daughters, one 24 and one 20, and they're both, one has graduated from college, the other one is in her third year, and we learn a lot from them, and hopefully they learn a lot from us, too, because there was a time when I thought that my folks were totally uncool, and what could they know? They're old folks.
Yeah.
But I learned something kind of groovy, to use an old word, and that was that the girls really started to think that I was cool, or that their parents were cool, when they realized that all of their friends had me on their iPods.
That's wonderful.
And I had to laugh, because it's kind of a cool thing, and there's so much you can find online anymore, on YouTube or wherever, and especially on YouTube. There's so many things posted where she will invite her friends, and they'll sometimes sit and look at all these videos that are up online now, of me, and she just goes, "Yep, that's my papa."
That's so cool. That is such a cool thing.
Yeah.
Well, you got to love that. Gary, so much looking forward to seeing you on the 21st.
Thank you, Dave. Me too.
And I thank you for your time.
It's my pleasure. Thanks so much for helping Susan and the Angels Depot, and really looking forward to getting together with everybody on that evening.
I mean, the 20 minutes we just spent is special, but the last, 40-some-odd years, it's been unbelievable. You took a guy who was just a budding young disc jockey, and you just helped this music stay alive forever.
Well, thanks for helping us to keep the balloon flying. Thanks for believing in the music. And, I find a lot of the young people out there love the music of our era, and I will oftentimes ask them how old they are, and they could be 20 years old once again, or 15 for that matter, and I say, how do you learn about this music? And they say, well, my parents love this music, they play it all the time, and I just picked it up, or I don't necessarily love the music of my generation, so I started pushing buttons on the radio, and I discovered the music of the baby boom generation. And I think it's wonderful, because when you think about the amount of great music that was produced through that era, it's almost overwhelming.
And even at this advanced stage in my career, I learn more about it every day.
Yeah,
and that's the fascinating stuff. It's wow. This is more than history. This is, each song I'm sure tells its own story that could go on. You could write an entire book about it.
That's really the truth. Dave, I look forward to seeing you on November 21.
Thank you, Gary.
Thank you.
All right.
See ya.
See ya.